Hello guys, welcome to the channel once more. Today I wanted to bring you something that I think is a little bit overdue in YouTube, and it's the comparison, a direct comparison between the Patagonia Atom 8 liters sling bag and the Osprey Daylite 6 liter sling bag. So these two right here are one of the most, well, two of the most common and famous, and I'm gonna say trendy maybe sling bags out there, small sling bags out there, and there's some reasons for that. So today we're gonna compare the two and see if we can figure out if one is better than the other, or basically which one is best for each situation. So to start, let's begin with basically the overall sizes and prices. So this guy over here, the Atom, is 8 liters in capacity, and it's gonna run for about $60. On the other hand, the Osprey, the Daylite, it's 6 liters in capacity, so it's a little bit smaller, and it runs for $40. So there's a 50% difference between the Daylite and the Atom, and there's only like a 30% difference in capacity, so we can see how this is going. Now, so the materials, the Osprey, on one hand, it's made out of 210D nylon, which is double diamond ripstop material. That's the main material of the body. And then it's got some accents that are made of a 400 HD nylon. The Patagonia, on the other hand, it's made out of 630D nylon, and you can feel it. You can feel that the fabric is thicker and maybe with a better resistance to cuts and abrasions than the Daylite. But the other thing that it's important in the Atom is that this nylon, this 630D nylon, is 50% made out of recycled material. So if recycling is important to you, this is the one for you, I think, maybe. The lining on the Atom, it's made out of 200D nylon, which that one is 100% made out of recycled material. So both of these bags have a waterproofing agent on the outside. So what that means is that if you drop maybe some water on them, or if you're walking around in some light rain, your contents are going to stay dry. Now keep in mind that in the case of the Daylite, this outer pocket that it's made out of stretchable mesh, it's not going to be waterproof. So, and we're going to talk about this pocket later, but keep that in mind. That's important. So we're going to start with the straps. Okay, so the straps are fairly similar. I'm going to say that the Osprey strap is a little bit wider than the Patagonia strap. They both have a little strap on the top, and they both have a pocket on the strap. Now, there's a huge difference here. As you can see on the Patagonia, it's a separate pocket, fairly long, and on one side is made out of a stretchable mesh, so it's very big. You can fit, I'm not gonna say a cell phone, because cell phones nowadays are pretty big, but you can fit, you know, like a granola bar. You can fit a bunch of stuff in here, some keys, things like that. On the other hand, the Osprey sling bag has a small stretchable mesh pocket, which doesn't have a zipper, and it's made for small stuff that you think you may need, maybe like a chapstick, things like that. Okay, I would dare say maybe like the case of some AirPods, just make sure to get them all the way down so they don't come off, but I think it's gonna fit in here. Now, another big difference between the two is that if you can see, the Osprey has the lining of the back kind of folding around the strap right here in the section. That's where your neck is going to be. So that's gonna make the ride a little bit more comfortable than with the Patagonia bag. Now, the Patagonia, on the other hand, look, this curve over here, that's gonna sit very nicely on your neck. So it's a matter of what fits you better. The lining on the back of both backpacks it's quite different. So Osprey's approach here was like a soft lining with no airflow or anything like that. On the other hand, the Patagonia used like a mesh that is going to allow some airflow, but at the same time, I think it's going to help wicking off the sweat of your back. Now, these are small bags, so I don't think like that sweating is going to be a huge deal. Maybe if you're in like summer, but sweating and that kind of stuff and feeling hot on your back, it's not going to be such a huge deal. Both straps come with a buckle for quick release, so you can either take them off or you can just release the strap and it's going to come off fairly easy. Now coming to the front on the exterior, and this is where the biggest difference is, and this is one of the selling points for me. So on one hand we have the Osprey. It comes with a, let's call it outer pocket. It's very big, so it's huge and it's stretchable. So you can take, for example, like a packable jacket, like the North Face, forgot the name. Well, the North Face rain jacket that it's packable. It's fairly popular. You can take one of those. You can take like the REI Rainier packable jacket, and you can pack them in their small pouch and put them in here. It's gonna take some space out of the main pocket, but this is stretchable and it's very big. No organization, it's just a big stretchable pocket. On the other hand, the Patagonia has a very small pocket here, which, oh, I got some stuff in here. So it has a very small pocket, okay? You can fit, should pick that up. Okay, so you can fit a chapstick, some eye drops, things like that. And it has a key keeper for your keys, maybe another granola bar. I mean, as you can see, I cannot fit my hand completely in there, not even lengthwise, but it's a fairly decent size. Now, my favorite thing about the Patagonia, and this is why this is my bag, this is my girlfriend's bag, but this is mine, is these two compression straps. Yes, they are compression, so you can compress the back if you want it to be tighter to you, but the thing is that you can actually fit a jacket, a fairly big jacket to be honest, like a sweater. You can fit, I think Patagonia says that you can even fit a yoga roll in here, things like that. So this is what sold me with this bag, because it allows me to expand its possibilities, and that way I can have, for example, my rain jacket outside without taking space on the inside, and that way I can have like a water bottle and other things inside the bag. Now, sorry, I have my cheat sheet here. Okay, so now going to the inside, and this is where these two bags differentiate the most. So on the Daylite, we have a big dump pouch, okay, but it has a lot of organization. We have a big stretchy kind of pouch on the back side of the backpack where you can fit almost anything. And on the front side, we have two small mesh pouches and a key keeper. This is really great. I mean, if you want to organize more your stuff, this is very useful. On the other hand, the Patagonia is just a big dumb pouch. Now, it doesn't have any type of organization inside, but it does have a soft lined tablet sleeve. It's not the biggest tablet sleeve in the world, and I can prove it to you with this. This is an iPad 2, fairly old, but it has a nice size. So, as you can see, if you can fit it inside, it's gonna fit. Very tight, but it fits. So if you're a person that likes to keep with you maybe an iPad mini or a Kindle or, you know, a small tablets, this pocket is going to be very useful for you. So pretty much that's it. That's all these backpacks have to offer. So which bag is going to be for who, basically? So let's go with the pros and the things like differentiate each one of these. For example, the Atom, it's a little bit bigger. It's 2 more liters. It has these straps for your jackets, sweaters, rain jackets, things like that, your yoga mat. It has the tablet sleeve, and it's made out of recycled materials, which, like I said, if that's important to you, that's a big plus on this bag. On the other hand, the Daylite is smaller, and you guys might say, well, that's not positive. You said that the Atom is smaller, it's bigger. Well, yeah, but if you're looking for something small, just to commute, just to go around, and you're looking for something that it's not gonna be too big that you're gonna fill it with a bunch of stuff that you don't need, this may be the right bag for you. The outer pocket is way bigger than the outer pocket on the Atom. It has way more organization, and it's let's be honest, it's cheaper than the Atom. I mean, I've seen the Daylights run for 20 bucks on REI sometimes, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, which is better for who? I don't know how to say that right, but either way. So I would say, first of all, and this is just a personal opinion, 100% personal, the color schemes of the Atom and the overall design of the Atom, it tends to agree more with men, while the Daylite, the colors that it comes with, the overall size and shape and the design tends to agree more with women. And this is just a personal opinion, okay? That being said, it doesn't mean that you cannot, if you're a guy, you won't go for a Daylite, or if you're a girl, you won't go for an Atom. But that's something to keep in mind. The other thing is that if you plan to use this as your daily commute, if you plan to use it to go and run some errands around town, and you like to keep a tablet with you, I would go with the Atom, totally, 100%. But on the other hand, if you're planning to use this for hiking, or maybe, walking at the park, things that maybe riding your bicycle, things that involve physical activity, I would go for the Daylite. And the reason is, first of all, it's lighter. Second, it's smaller, so it's gonna constrain you from bringing too much stuff that you may not need. And I tend to do that. That's why I say it. The strap is gonna be more comfortable on the long run, and the organization is going to allow you to put more stuff around and keep everything neater than with the Atom. So there you have it, guys. Well, some other difference, the strap pulls are a little bit different. The Atom uses just standard paracord. The Osprey uses these kind of like loopy things that are a little bit more comfortable to the fingers. Keep that in mind as well. But there you have it. That's a direct comparison between the two. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys found it useful. And yeah, thank you guys for stopping by once again. And I'll see you on the next video.